Now look. At least not correcting himself, but the Jasper just played off like this, like people had down like, Lord, pray, Jesus.
God help.
Look, y'all help. He like, Lord, help me, please.
Oh, man. Problematic.
Oh, Jesus Christ, yeah.
Hey, so as y'all know, this is TDFS and Jasper the Filmy, Jasper Films. It's presented a special guest today, all the way from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Rell Geez. Let's get into it, y'all.
Bang, bang, bang. What's up, fam? What's up, Jasper? What's up, Doc?
Oh, man, it's a pleasure, brother. Absolute pleasure. So, we're going to start off with, whoa, how'd that happen? Okay, so we're going to fix that and get back to that.
Oh.
Any of y'all that are watching the live right now, Jasper and Rell have switched places. I think they did some musical chairs while I was gone. But
yes.
If you look down at the the description, you'll be able to tell who's who on here.
Oh.
But we'll deal with that afterwards. So,
oh man,
Rell, you are from Philly, sir. What part of Philly are you from?
The hood rat, North Philly.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with North Philly. North Philly produced a lot of dope people. I'm just gonna throw out one. That's what we'll do. We'll do one for each. 1, 2, 3, go. I'm gonna say Rasheed Wallace.
Boom. I like that one. South Philly, Beanie Siegel.
Oh, you could have said yourself, man. We was talking about North Philly.
Oh, me. Oh. You know what? I'm skipping y'all. I'm a little slow on the slow juice right now. I just had some energy. I'm sorry.
Are you good, fam? You good,
me.
man?
Okay. Yes, me. Yes, North Rell. Yes, me. Yeah.
There we go.
Man, I'm gonna have to talk about my wife, Jill Scott. Man, jeez.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I did catch her on that video, though. I ain't gonna lie. The wifey, I love her and all, but that video thing, I ain't gonna lie. Woo.
Yes, sir. It creates problems in the marriage, but you gotta have to.
Me catching the glizzy. Let me move my mic out of the way.
Hey.
There's a lot of problems in the way. Yeah, I see. I knew you had a little argument when you got back to the house with her. Yes, I know.
Yeah. It's just one of those awkward quiet rides in the car where you're just wanting to say something, but you don't. And then finally you get at a red light and finally somebody looks over and says, so what was that about?
Yeah, right.
That's when you know you're in an abusive relationship. The woman says, wait till we get back. She don't even say it to you, she just look at you some type of way.
Now, it's even worse when you're there at whatever happens and you just kind of look at them and she looks at you in the moment. Like, you don't have to even say nothing. It's like,
woo! That's a bad look. Cause she knows she looks salty and she waiting on you to say something. You know, women like to wait till the man say something. But you know us, we like the element of surprise. We don't do a lot of talking. See, we just like the quietness to get you. And you know, women can't stand when a man quiet. They don't know what they're thinking. Oh Lord, what is he thinking in his head? Your ass will get in trouble when I get home.
They get caught like that. That's the worst. That's the worst. I had one my people used to say to me, because he would always have on sunglasses all the time. Like, yo, I got sunglasses on all the time. And then, you sing that song. They used to have on the Fuji's record. I just wear my sunglasses. And, like, every time we see him, and he's just like, you know what? I'm gonna get caught looking this way. That was one of my aha moments.
Oh shit. Oh Lord, I had a glass on, so he wants to see what he looking. Oh Lord.
I had to give it to him. I mean, even though, that was on Creep Mode 2000, because, that's somebody that you would see riding a bus or something, or riding a train. And
oh shit.
You already know that they up to no good.
Oh yeah.
Right.
You already know
Either that or they're that guy that's riding the bus and pulling the cable on every stop. like what's wrong with you, bro? Like,
Oh yeah. After them, like, what are you doing? Like, oh god.
Man, so let's start off at the top with this. So as far as what you got on right now, what you got going on, pardon me, you got this single out right now that I seen that's buzzing pretty tough. It's called "Get High." Man, so talk a little bit about that from the beginning when you laid it, because you know the studio flow. There's always a story about the studio flow, and also, you know, talk about the video as well. Give us a little insight on that.
Oh man, brothers. Oh, you know, Doc, Jeff. You know, I gotta keep real with my brothers. Listen, this is. I always like telling the story because there's always something behind something. Like you said, like the mask behind. Yeah. So, you know, when I thought about this single, you know, we've heard a lot of Get High songs back in the day, from the 90s all the way down.
Right.
We heard a lot of rappers doing Get High songs. And my thing was I wanted to bring back the same vibe that Biggie Brumley did Juicy. That kind of was my twist, what I wanted. And this time what I wanted to do was, I wanted the element of surprise. I wanted to surprise people because when I first start off music, I always start off singing at first. And I guess you can hear it when you hear the song. You can tell, like, oh, I didn't know you were gonna sing it. I didn't know it was a singing type joint until you listen to it. So my goal was to attract people with my vocals and the hook. So that's what I kind of wanted to do, because I wanted to be different. I didn't want to just have your typical Get High, like Wiz Khalifa, Snoop Dogg type song. I wanted it to be very unique and different. I wanted to use R&B, a lot of R&B and rap together, like just to make, like, intertwine it together. So yeah, so when I went to thing, I wanted the hook to stand out. The hook was like the jab, and everything else was like the hooks. The hook, you know, straight punch. You know, I had it all come and connect with it, whatever the case may be. So the lyrics wasn't just the lyrics were just more vibe and chill. The hook was more everything. So. I just wanted to kind of show my creativity, because, you know, I started rapping later, but I've always had been singing already from my R&B and gospel background and pop background. So I've always had it. So, you know, so now when I develop my rap skills later and learn how to be a freestyle MC, I just intertwined with it, and I said, well, let's make a good vibe, Get High song. And it's not just about all the getting high either. It's about whatever you like to do. If you like to have sex, whether you like to go to the gun range or play ball or whatever vibe, whatever helps you with COVID-19, whatever vibes you like, you know, let it, you know, do it in a positive way. That's it. So it's more of a laid back, chill kid song. That's basically what it is.
I like that. You know what? You never really heard anybody getting into car accidents. Never heard of anybody getting into any type of real scuffles when it came down just to a smoke session. A lot of friends that way.
Never do.
And I'm sure the studio was very smoky.
Oh yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the fingertips are pretty green too, man.
Oh man.
Oh man. Green like cheese.
Oh man.
Oh man. Yeah, that was definitely a good vibe, man. Doc Jeff, that was really a good vibe, and I'm blessed that the Lord allowed me to doing it. It's been doing a lot of damage. I ain't gonna lie, Get High been doing a lot of damage. The EP itself been doing a lot of damage, though. You know, out of respect, you know, all praise to the man upstairs, though he allowed me to do it. So I gotta give him credit. But you know, I'm definitely that freshman EP. It's a treat. It's definitely a treat. I'm gonna lie to you. Definitely a treat. It's all versatile EP. And from 1 to 9, I'm telling you, bro, it's crazy.
And who laid the track down for that song? Do you do your own music too, or is that kind of like a collab you did with the producer?
That was a collab I did with a producer. I had bought the beat off Pub, the producer, and I had got the rights to it. And then once I had it, you know, I let a producer, actually a friend of mine, matter of fact, the same producer that shot Northern, he's on Instagram. He's the one that put out the song for Drew Boy, the rapper Drew Boy from Philly. The one I got a tip for sale. I don't know the list though. That little, with him and the young boy, they do dance or whatever it may be. Yeah, he's the one that really he's the one that helped produce Drew Boy's track. So he did a lot of work with me and the Shorty Live, which is now she's she's Shorty, got a little Netflix series with her family, whatever the case may be. So she doing big things, whatever. So yeah, so we did a lot of hot tracks. He's a very good producer. But I haven't really worked with him for a while. I got a new producer now called Caesar. And I got some new tracks coming out too. I got some sneak peeks for y'all too, but I definitely y'all those tracks in a little bit.
Definitely, man. Let me ask you something, man. Like with COVID-19 just aggravating everybody. Like I saw this meme on TikTok. This guy's in the studio with a face shield on, singing in the mic or whatever. Like, like how you for what you got going on, man. Like, are you doing the vocals from your apartment, or are you going to a studio? I mean, that was done before COVID-19, right? But I mean, right now, like if you're doing music, what you got going on to try to keep it safe,
I mean, I do keep my like now the new producer I've been riding with Caesar. Shout out to Caesar. He lives in the one like toward the Shellham part of Philly, whatever. He's very well known, a good producer, works with a lot of people. So Italian guy, whatever. So he has a nice little setup. So I've been going over to him now. Of course, I have my mask on going to the house. Now he cool. He said because he's in his own crib, so he ain't how to wear a mask. But he's outside, so the booth is right this way. You go ahead, the booth and stuff right there. So once I'm in the booth, I take my mask off and then be recording. Man, I keep on getting whatever, because I keep it here. The recording gonna mess up. It's gonna,
right.
Bad. So I can't. So, but basically, he's laid back, and I protect him, make sure I have my guests when come over. Whatever. I think most of the people that come to his house, that's his crib. So we definitely make sure that we on our way. But normally he's chill. He won't really say much about it. But we just have out of respect. I make sure I keep it so he won't. Even I don't got it, but I just make sure he's cool. Make out of respect. So other than that, everything was safe. Normally, the environment safe. Production's good, and I put my mask down when I get in the studio, then start singing and recording, and then just lay it out.
Cool, man.
So one of the things I wanted to ask you, I'm going to ask you some
Philly. Don't give me Doc. Don't give me in trouble, Doc.
Nah.
Don't give me in trouble. Please, Doc. Come on,
so tell me, who were you dating in high school? I'm just playing.
Yeah, watch that. He's slick. Yeah, watch him. He's real slick.
I mean, just put you on the spot in the middle of a live. I mean,
yeah, he don't want to say, "Ooh, I got this question." What are you gonna say on this one?
Oh man.
So best cheesesteak spot in Philly.
Oh man. He had to come with the hard nose, the real uppercut question. Well, everybody says Gino's, but Gino's is nowhere near the hell it used to be years ago. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm telling the truth. But I mean, of course, that's Bill Cosby's spot, but I don't know now since he's been locked up. But anyway, shut up, Jeff.
God, no Cosby's were harmed in the middle of this live, just so y'all know. We get this disclaimer out there. God.
I'm sorry, Bill. I didn't want to. Bill, I'm sorry for giving.
It goes,
everybody
goes a few sponsor opportunities, Doc. We kind of lost probably a few sponsors just from that one there.
You still get Jello pudding up in this.
God.
Well, you put the pudding in the pudding cup. Chocolate pudding, well, listen, but Max is. That's the spot right there. I think Max is really on Broad there. I think that's really the best for right now. Because Kevin, me, and the guy that cooks there, he's well known. So, everybody go to Max's. I mean, so Max is, I think, where it really where it's at, to be honest.
I'm going to agree with you 100% on that. I'm glad that you said
There you go.
that. And I know that you didn't say that just because you're from North.
No, I definitely said because I definitely didn't. No, I didn't.
Because you know why? Because I would get a sandwich from over there.
Oh, would you? Okay.
And then I would go jump right into the Eagle Bar, get a takeout.
Right to the Eagle Bar. Oh! You a devil, dog. Devil you.
You already know.
Right to the Eagle Bar. Look, went to Max's and right to the Eagle Bar. And the seafood joint right there. Lord Jesus, Lord.
Eating that steak, you already done soaked everything up. You know, on your way to go wherever you need to go to.
Liquor and everything right there too, Doc. Lord Jesus. On a Saturday too? A weekend?
Yeah. See, you know, this is all the things we're missing right now. All the things we're missing right now. Like, I got me on here sounding all greedy. You know, I'm probably going to eat as soon as we get off here too. But.
Oh, shit. Well, shit, y'all called me on. I was just eating a plant, and one of my shorties was Shonda Key. She had made, I wish I would have had a fly, and I would have, but she had blocked me on Instagram, so I couldn't really share the food. So with that being said, I could have gave y'all a fly and could have bought her something, but she blocked me. So listen. So with that being said, so Shonda, I just had a plate, macaroni and cheese. I'm sorry not to do this, but yams, the fish was fish. Greens.
That's a good old Southern plate there, man.
Damn, God. Look, Jeffrey.
Yes, man.
Look, Jeffrey. And look, he talking like this nigga here, Rell. You know I'm hungry. Yeah. You know I'm hungry.
Oh,
and then he said, when I get off this damn podcast, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, see, I already actually ate before this. I wanted to be kind of good and full, you know, so I can't say anything. But I can tell you, man, you know, I've kind of had some. I'm gonna have to check out that spot. You said, what's the name of that spot again in North Philly that you said?
Max's. Yeah.
It's the same spot, and it had the same workers in there that was in.
They do.
Jasper. You already know this. Creed.
What?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the spot. Okay. Where she talking about get that joint and all that stuff. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And they
so that definitely is the spot to get the Phillies in, huh?
Yeah, I think you and Jill, if you and Jill Scott just got one steak together, y'all both gonna be full that day.
Nah, I ain't gonna be sharing it where she gonna have to get her own.
Oh Lord.
You might be it.
He gonna say get her on. She gonna tell her to get her on, yo.
Hey, you know, it's not the Lady and the Tramp here. It ain't gonna be one of them type of dates. Look, you just get your own damn plate, and I ain't.
He said you get your own damn plate.
Oh man, it's all good though. It's all good.
Hey, bro. So what I did for the viewers, those that are watching now, those that want to pull up later, I got your Instagram page pulled up on our live right now. Just giving them a quick preview, so you know they can see where to go to your links, and they can also see your ad on here. But now, y'all, let's get back into it. Jasper, you got any other questions, brother?
Nah, man. I'm just kind of enjoying.
I know we vibing.
Yeah, a good little vibe.
We definitely vibe. Yeah, we did. Jasmine, cool cat. Doc, come on, Doc. Doc Free, come on, man. You know, killing with the brothers. So it's been a vibe session.
Yeah, man. You look like you getting ready to play some basketball, man. Like,
brother, you know what? I'm acting like for real. I'm actually trying to act like Harden because Harden. I saw some on Instagram. I put in my Instagram. I shared in my story, and he was. I think they were playing. I don't know if they were playing. They were playing Sacramento. I think Darian Fox or the other guard was sticking him, whatever. And James Harden just did the drill and just went under his leg, but real fast, and then went left, and then the Euro step and went like this. I'm like, yo, I said Harden just makes things so easy. He makes it look so easy.
Yeah.
He really just makes people look bad so easy. I just wow.
Him, Kawhi.
Oh my God! Wow.
Who else? My man on Portland.
Oh my! Don't say him. Don't say that. Don't say that. I tell people. I say you are dumb. I tell motherfuckers all the time. Do not disrespect. Never disrespect Damian Lillard. I don't know why people do that. I don't know why they do that to him. I don't know why they do it. I wouldn't dare disrespect him like that. I would never do that.
Yo, Dame Dollar. he's nasty with it. I've never like yo. And see, and you know what? Let me ask you this: are you a Sixers fan?
Yeah, I sure am. Come on.
Okay.
Bring it over. Come on, bring it over.
So you already know. I'm glad that he didn't come to the Sixers, but hear me out on this.
Okay.
Hear me out on this.
Come on.
Every time the Sixers get a dope squad,
yes,
wind up shit in the bed losing. The Flight Brothers.
Oh wow. Ooh.
I would rather he goes there as something like a free agent if that were the case, because then you know that it's like, but that'll never happen because Dame Dollar, like everybody knows Damian. Like, he's out there showing off. He's putting up the numbers.
Right.
He's pulling on any team that he goes to, forced to be reckoned with. Top of the key, or going down, or traveling through the lane. I don't think it ever happened, but see, it really hurt my heart, especially when I seen Allen Iverson in the '90s, Eric Snow.
Oh my God!
And I'm like, what's going on?
Oh my God!
Y'all definitely should have won that a couple of times.
Let's say if you and Doc and Jasper was like y'all were assistant coach of Sixers, right? Y'all head coach, assistant coach. How would you build a team with that AI team in 2001? How would you have? How would y'all would have been more finesse? Would y'all would have had stretch shooters? Would y'all would have had bigs? Would y'all would have had a go big and go? Would you have bigs, or would you have? Or would it have been more guard play? Now, how would you guys, if y'all had to resign the Sixers, if y'all was Larry Bird and them all over again? Larry Brown them all over again. How would you coordinate that Sixers team and y'all compete?
One, I shout out to Coach Brown too, because I think he's probably one of the best coaches ever in NBA history. And that's on everything. I'm thinking more of the play style of the LA Lakers.
Good one. Okay,
all
good
the way
one.
on out. You need a running gun squad because you always had a running gun squad. Since the days of me just watching the classic games, the hardwood classics, like watching Daryl Dawkins and Chocolate Thunder, like Philly always had that style of basketball, and if it was resurrected correctly, I think having somebody with more of a, I hate to really say it this way, but it is what it is. Somebody with more of a street ball sense in the back office as far as coaching. Not even just a head coach, just some assistant coaches that were there. And it's not taking anything from anybody that was an assistant coach or any other type of coach that was there, because I don't know.
No, I agree.
I
agree.
If it was somebody
right
that had a sense of the game, like how the vision that Cube is seeing, especially with these 3-on-3 practices would be like that. It'd be like, all right, y'all split up. You know how they would have sometimes the basketball courts in the gyms and like high school and stuff like that. You got two on the side. You got two on the side. You got the main court. Y'all all break up on 3-on-3s.
Yeah, I agree.
And we'll do it like a tournament, like every Saturday. But the cost of doing that, the having fun, is that to get this to a day, y'all got to do laps. Y'all got to do all the textbook stuff. And it would have been like the bubble, because realistically, like even if it was like traveling these like AAU teams for like the younger cats, that's what it always winds up being. Like they're always together.
I like that.
They're always together. Carry the ball with you. Stay with your teammates. Don't go anywhere else.
I like Doc. You know, it's funny. I like that because now he's taking a Jasper to what Jordan would do with Chicago. Every time at the end of the thing, they would have the full court. They would have the battles. Right. Now, granted, Jordan sometimes was very strict. Now, I think all of us, if we were in that position, I think we would have rocked Jordan in the jaw. I'm not gonna lie. There would have been some fights we would have done. Like I ain't gonna lie, all of us. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I think we all would have. I think all would have been a fight right there. I really do think it would have. But because what you call him, Horace Grant. Then Horace Grant and Jordan still got eyes with each other after that. Pittman a little bit. Now they were good when they got elected to Hall of Fame, but after that they just, So I think I would think this. I think I agree with Doc. I think if AI, if Larry Brown would have challenged them more mentally and physically, and if AI would have set the tempo like Kobe and Jordan did, I really, 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 really think that they would have been stronger. Don't get me wrong. Now they did beat a good Milwaukee and Toronto team in the playoffs with just AI and a defense. Yeah. They didn't have no offense, so I gotta give credit where credit's due. Yeah. I mean, they did that, but they were just good enough just to get by. They weren't made for a championship. You know what I'm saying? Okay, after the first game where AI scored 40, Kobe and Shaq took them. They didn't take them serious. So Phil Jackson told them, okay, motherfuckers, now we gotta get this. Okay, y'all lost the first game. You better go back to Philly and take their pride. What they do? Kobe and Shaq. Rick Fox, Derek Fisher killed them. If they embarrassed them, literally. Then after that, from 4-1. So you figure if AI, Larry Brown was a good motivator, maybe a good teacher. But coaching, I just think that some people are different coaching. That they're different. Popovich, good coach. Doc Rivers, good coach.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. I was about to say you can't go without saying Doc Rivers.
Yeah. What else can we say?
I think Steve Kerr is a great
Steve
coach.
Kerr, yes, okay, good. All right, that's Steve Kerr. That's a good one. Mark Jackson was a good one.
Another excellent player, because you got to remember too, Kerr got a couple of rings. I think he got.
Oh yeah, that's 96, 97 Bulls, man. Yeah, man.
So with players that
be on the team, but still.
Right. So it's good. It's good you have players that play because now they know the game. You know what I mean? So, and don't get me wrong, Larry Bird played ball and Phil Jackson played ball.
Right.
But to me, they always had good players around them that made them look good. Not saying that they couldn't coach, but they always had good players that make them good. When Larry Brown went to Detroit, what happened his first year? Won a championship. Mm-hmm. Then went back to the finals and then almost went to playoffs again with Detroit, but it just broke down. Phil got lucky, got with Chicago, then with the Lakers. Boom. So they're what you call them got rain. So it's like it was just that to me. If I to play with the Sixers team now, I would have had built it like Golden State. Actually, I would have built them like Golden State. How the way Mark Jackson and Steve Kerr built Golden State. Okay. That's what I would do with the Sixers.
Yeah. Man, it's just here's the thing too. It's just like Phil Jackson and Steve Kerr. You're talking about a whole different philosophy of basketball. Okay,
gotcha.
Like literally, if you look at Phil, he kind of came from, more of the professional aspect. Coaching towards you being that better professional.
Right.
Then you got a different period with 76ers where we started seeing kind of that street ball mentality get onto the court.
Right.
And then you see now with Steve Kerr, he's the professional as well, but his professional is going to be straight on the court. Hey, look, you know what? If you come here and do your job and you perform, you got a shot to make something happen. If you don't, we'll just send your ass somewhere else. Like literally, that's his mentality, man. I feel like, just those three different time eras is what I think is the big difference, where sometimes they can be compared, and then sometimes it's just kind of best to just say that those are great people for those great time periods. You know what I mean?
I agree. Yeah, it's funny.
Like even now, bro, like like a lot of the players that we're seeing, we get some big guys that come out trim and slim, but a lot of these guys now are straight runners, man. They're running court,
Right.
you know.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just don't see the shoulders popping people down anymore, man. Like freaking, you think about some of the big guys back in the day, man. You get in the yeah, man. You get back in the whiff of them shoulders when they swinging. That's the end of your life, man. like yeah.
Bill Lambier, Rick Mahorn.
Yeah.
Roy was one of the first players to actually have his own basketball video game too. Remember that?
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, it was like some wild game basically. I think it had him on the front with the face mask. You know, he always had the face mask on.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was him. Bird versus Jordan.
Bird versus Jordan. Yeah.
And Patrick Riley's basketball. I think those were the earliest basketball games that were promoted as far as players and coaches. Pat Riley, first coach, even before Madden, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, Pat Riley. Oh, yeah. That's another good coach. Pat Riley. You forgot about Pat Riley. Damn. I thought that was good, too. That was really good. Chuck Daly for Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck Daly, yeah.
I just coach to hold the bad boys together.
I mean, but you know what though? I hate to be Chuck because Chuck not to get Isaiah Thomas for the what you call him. That's like, don't you feel? I would feel some type of way if I was Chuck. Like I didn't get my point guard, but we all know Joy had something to do with it. Joy tried to play it off, so he didn't have nothing to do with it. But you and I already know. All of us on this chat know. Joy had something to do with it. He told Chuck Daly, said, listen, do not get this motherfucker here. I don't want him here. Because, Isaiah had beef with Larry Bird. Then he had beef with Jordan, of course. And then he had beef with somebody else. He had beef with Magic, but they were arguing a lot. Wasn't beefy, they had fun, but, so it just made it look bad. So Isaiah missed out on he was a pivotal. He could have been on that team, but damn, I mean, but you could have been on 19 Dream Team, Chuck Daly for not even fighting for Isaiah Thomas. I'm like, I feel the type of way, like, really, Coach? Really, Coach? That's weird. But Jordan was that era. I'm telling you, Jordan was. Oh man, he was the face. He was the face of that era.
The Jordan era, I think what that did, I think he gained a lot of fans, but he also gained a lot of scrutiny during that era.
I think that is a big deal because literally, if you think back to like '92 Dream Team, this is coming off of, we were just talking about Larry Bird. This is coming off a fresh high back when Magic and Larry was ruling the league.
Oh, yes, yeah.
I mean, so literally, a young kid, because Jordan is a kid at this point, coming in, kind of, setting the lines clear that he's coming in to take over the league. People was like, who is? I mean, yeah, he can ball, and he definitely is tight, but you got to kind of give us some respect, bro. We've been doing this for years. And Jordan wasn't that guy that came in with respect. He was a cocky son, man.
He did. He had no respect. No, he definitely didn't. He definitely didn't. Now I ain't gonna lie. He only was known because of the coach from North Carolina, was Smith. Smith. Dean Smith. He had connections. So, and people just thought he was just a little regular North Carolina product. But in his senior year, Jordan actually got better. He got way better in his senior year.
That's right.
And
cut the first time.
yes, so in his senior year and junior year, he got better. And then when he went to Chicago, oh man, the jump shot, go to the basket, the quickness. I mean, it was just all there. He just had it developed. Like he was like fine wine early.
I like to call that the Jack Johnson turnaround.
The Jack Johnson turnaround. The Jack Johnson turnaround. He said the Jack Johnson turnaround.
And he went to
Hey,
the crossroads and came back.
You talking about guys that would, you talking about, like you said, Bird, Magic at that time, Julius Erving, Dominique Wilkins, Kareem, James Worthy. So many good players in that time before joining the game.
Yeah.
Like you said.
Oh, let's talk about some more Philly history that people definitely need to know. Because, excuse that too. You know, if you got time, I definitely got time. I'd love to have you.
I got time, baby. Come on.
Man, I appreciate it. So,
come on. Come on.
Dr. Julius Irving.
Yeah, don't say it again for the people. They don't know that. Say it again.
Julius Irving. People don't understand that Dr. Julius Irving is as big to not only just Philadelphia, but just the tri-state area.
Period.
Irving Magic Johnson is to LA.
He was not.
It's true.
Magic Johnson stole. He said he stole his swag from him. That's what he said.
Yeah.
He said that. Magic said he stole his swag. He said
I would love to see that conversation between the two of them. I will pull up to see that on Netflix. Like just the two of them.
I would.
And two armchairs.
I would. Oh my God. Oh my. And then for him to beat him, and I wonder how Julius Irving looked at when a young Magic Johnson whooped your ass in the finals with just by himself without Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at home. Yeah. I know he looked sick. I know if I was Julius, I was sick. I would have been sick.
and that's what I was talking about earlier. Like it's a whole different philosophy of basketball, man. These personalities were like something serious on and off the court, man.
Oh, they were. They weren't even friends. They were friends off the court, but during the regular season, none of that friends stuff. That was not during them. Oh no, Larry Bird and Magic didn't really become friends until later. and they've been battling each other since high school and college. They didn't become friends until later when they both were getting banged up. When Larry Bird got the bad legs and then Magic had the HIV. That's when they got closer.
Yeah, that really shook up things a lot too, because that was the first time, like, everybody's experience with things in life is different. That was my first experience of seeing, how devastating just the topic of HIV and AIDS was, because I remember somebody was bleeding in that game, and that's when they started changing the rule. The specific game, I can't remember who it was. I think they might have been playing like Portland Trailblazers or something.
Oh, really? Okay. So yeah, take us back to that, Doc, because I know you and Jab were in that era. So take me, a young boy, 28, back in that time. Take me back.
Oh man.
Not that far off, man.
Oh Lord.
Lord.
Yeah, God, no. I'm gonna be 31 in September, man. Like,
see, and I knew the treachery.
Yeah, Lord.
Jazz was just like, oh, see that this one, he's going to lean back.
I'm gonna start. No, this is what I'm gonna do to the laptop right here. Just.
Oh Lord. Never say.
Oh man.
The treachery.
Oh man, I know I'm bald and everything, but that comes from feeling. God, dog, man. Well, Doc, that's the end of my interview.
But y'all young souls, y'all young. We know y'all not old, but y'all can make it more plain, the vision more plain than I can, because I might know later, but to somebody that knows it then, like act like Doc is about to explain it, he was actually still watching like saw it. I'm a pup. I ain't coming till '91 till Jordan first won the championship. I'm a baby then, so I'm a pup. So for somebody that hadn't really seen it, how would you like? How did you like? What was your mindset of processing?
It was a weird thing for me because everybody wanted to be like Mike. Like that was the slogan, and
really
that's what was marketed. Not like everybody, but a lot of people wanted to be like Mike. And with me, I was just always like, when I first learned how to play ball, because I sucked real bad in the beginning. I was basically playing ping pong off the backboard.
Oh Lord!
Hey, I still suck. It's like playing dodgeball. Hey, like literally just put up there and hope you hit.
It was like Magic. When I see Magic play, it was just like, yo, this is my team. And to this day, I still stuck with that team.
Wow.
But here's the thing, like I was just like, wow, he can play every position, and not
wow,
only that, he's like a big dude. So like, just to do a quick fast forward, LeBron reminds me a lot more of Magic than any other player. Between Magic and Chocolate Thunder,
I can see that.
Can you say that again for the people, because I don't think people want to compare that Jordan compared. Can you say that one more time for the people that's listening?
LeBron
Please
reminds me more of Magic and Daryl Dawkins, and
Thank you.
It's just Jordan. Period. Jordan is basically a hungry ball player. You can see them if you go to the courts anywhere, north, west, south, Badlands, anywhere. You can see them type of players anywhere. They just don't get the chance. But further on to what I was saying, like the first time I had seen anything that had to do with like HIV and AIDS in one game, I think it might have been the Trailblazers.
Okay.
But there was like a foul and somebody drew blood, and it was a big deal. This was the first time I think they had shown this on national TV.
Wow.
I was living out west at the time.
Okay.
And we watched tons of basketball, and it was crazy because they had stopped everything. The ref came out. I think they had doctors on standby. The whole nine. It was almost like somebody broke a leg or something, but it was just like
really
blood on the court. And it was a game, and I definitely knew it was a Lakers game because Magic was the only one in the league that they were talking about that had it. Granted, there was other people that probably did. They just didn't come out about it. How that goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, things like that, are like game changers. And that being said, so you said you like 28, so okay, things that you would definitely remember that would have to do, that would definitely contribute towards your ideas and towards your creativity within your era. What would you say probably gave you the battery in your back? It gave you the urge to want to be more creative. It's just like, all right, how we have that moment. It's just like, all right, let me stop playing. Let me get to this and do what I came here to do. What was that moment for you, and what created it?
You know what? I really, 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 I think when I watched, I think when I experienced Jordan, when Jordan came back to the league, I think I was young boy then, so we talking maybe what, 94, 95? Maybe, probably like what, 6 then? 6, 7, maybe 6, 7. Probably 6, 7. Or probably 6, 7 at the time. So when he came back from baseball and came back.
So you're talking about when he had the 45 one?
Yes, when he had 45. Okay. Yes, when he had 40. And then after that playoff series when Orlando beat them, the year when Orlando, you thought, until they got beat by Houston. He came back the next year and won 23. Well, no, he did turn to 45 and turn the 23 back on. Because I think Anthony, to the guard, the backup point guard, Anthony Carter said, he washed up, whatever, something. Anthony Anderson. Oh, Lord Jesus, why did he say that? Then Jordan came out and scorched them, but they still lost, whatever. But I think that showed me when Jordan won his 3 more championships. I think that kind of really made me just like, you know what? If Jordan can do it, I can do it. I'm destined for greatness.
Okay, all right.
So
that's a great analogy. That's a great analogy.
Yeah, I really do think that. I think that made me, just in life period, it just made me say, well, you know what? For men to take off a year to come back, because that's how I kind of compared my music journey. Okay. And what happened was, I've always, wanted to do it, but it seemed like Doc, you're from Philly, so when it comes down to sports, music, or anything politics in Philly, there's always people that select you that don't want you to succeed. And we have that spirit. We have that spirit of Philly, and I hate to bring this up, but Doc, we're real. We gotta talk about this stuff because a lot of people, they try to hide this stuff. There's no way in the world that Philly people should be going out. You got too many moguls here, too many old heads, too many young people that got connections. There's too many things here where we're letting the young people go down south, California taking credit, which I don't mind it. But why wait? Let them go all down south, and the people down south get a hold of them. And then now you want to reap the benefits and try to get them on the interview now later when they pop it, when you could have did it years ago. You know what I'm saying? And it really hurts because, like, damn, we should have to go down south or New York or Jersey to the respect us more than you. Like, why we had to go? like, and then when I was in my music thing, a lot of people knew I had talent, but they didn't want me to go around the connection because they were afraid. Oh, come to find out, when I found out years later, they were afraid I'm going to outdo them. But the great thing was, I wouldn't. Doc, you laughing because you know where I'm coming with it.
I already know what you're talking about. We live too close. I know the culture.
Yeah, and like I wouldn't even, and look, Jasper, I wasn't even trying to outdo them. Yeah. I was looking out for you.
I get it.
Look, for real, I really wasn't. My spirit, the Lord put in my heart. Listen, them people going where you going, get a hold of them and let's go to do the same route. I wasn't trying to outdo them. I wasn't really trying to, but they were trying to do. But that was in their heart and their mind. Wasn't mine. So then all of a sudden, it's crazy now. The Lord got me right here with y'all two right now. All the stuff you tried to do years ago, now I'm still right here no matter what. Now I'm here. So it's just that this spirit of Philly, and I hope it don't take until Jesus Christ come back for people to get it right. But I really hope not. But I just wish, Doc, that Philly can really do more for our, for the youth and for the older generation, and let's come together and stop hating, because Philly got a bad spirit of hate. We gotta stop that. It's too much of this stuff. It really is.
We gotta bring it back to what Philly is. Philly is the city of brotherly love, and that's what we gotta have it as. We gotta do that everywhere, really. But see, Philly's always been a special place to me. I've got family there. I got friends there. I hear the same things that you're telling me, brother. I understand 100%. And not all the time is it more like a business or more of an industry type thing. It's just everyday living. It's everyday living. We all gotta treat each other better. Period.
We do.
We gotta treat each other better. We're not bound the same way. And relationships, everybody. But I think, Jasper, you and I were talking about something like this earlier. You can love everyone, but you just can't give all of yourself to everyone.
Yeah, you just
wow, ouch.
You really can't. Like, there's just people out there, quite frankly, that just aren't meant to receive the unique love that you could give them,
Wow.
Literally, and then at the same time too, there's a lot of people that just, have their own little thing going on in their mind where the love that you give them won't unlock that special part to their heart. It's almost kind of like you need to kind of be around, the people that are going to receive your love naturally,
Exactly.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, even what you mentioned just now, man, like, it's sad because, like, I have family in Philly too, man. And, I grew up most of my life, at least my childhood life in DMV. That's where I'm from. That's where I'm at now, but, I could just simply say, man, it's something when people kind of realize what their role or purpose is, because then at that, you're not so caught up in what the other person is doing,
Wow.
Like I always feel like the biggest thing, like, I have never been a jealous type person, and I'm not saying I'm not saying that to boost my head up. I'm not saying that to put on a show, motherfucker. I ain't jealous of nobody, because at the end of the day, there's enough bread out here for all of us to eat. There's enough money out here for all of us to make. There's enough air out here for all of us to breathe. So, like,
Willie's son.
I mean, Jared, this nigga reading the truth. Go ahead, Jared.
I mean, real talk, real talk.
Real about it, yeah.
Like real talk. And Doc, you know me. Like, at the end of the day, man, like, you can. I mean, if you want to waste your time in life being jealous of somebody, then why don't you figure out what it is that makes you different, and what make every single one of us has something that makes us special. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
If you really tap into that part that makes you special, then there's no need to be really jealous, man. Like, if a person is successful, hey, good, big ups to you, bro, sis. You successful. Do your thing, man. I'm gonna do mine, and I get it. There you go.
That's right.
I mean,
you can't get to the finish line focusing on people in other lanes.
Wow.
That's why horses wear blinders, man.
Yeah, just keep on going straight.
The Taurus and the Turtle.
Yeah, man.
Sure. If not,
The
you'll
Taurus
end up
man.
tripping and falling for sure. That would be funny. Just you running some. Hey, he fell. That would be me. I would be that guy. Like, hey.
Or equestrians were hurt and the filming of this podcast. Let me just say that for Peter start coming from me.
That's crazy. And that's great that all three of us have experiences in Philly, that we have our families, and it's like this form of control, or like we owe them something. Like is that oh, well, you from Philly, well, you got to do something. Well, damn, where was you at when I was shooting in the gym? Where was you at when I was playing the fitness, lifting that weight when I needed you? Where was you at when I was in the wild swimming when I caught cramps and I need somebody to help me? Oh, but I owe you something. But all the work, I owe you something. But what about supporting me until to the point where I can help that, or not just that, make me feel welcome.
Yeah,
make me feel welcome.
That is a big part right there. Like,
yeah,
that is a big part.
You feel me? Like if I saw Jabba and Mark doing a film, well, yeah, I may not like going to the movies every day, but you know what? That's my man. He put a movie out on Netflix. I'm a supporter. That's my man. Now you broadcast on what's called. Maybe I don't like to watch the TV, but if you gonna be on TV, say, Rell, I'm gonna be on TV watching this podcast. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna watch it at 8:00 because you're my man. That's what I'm supposed to do. That's support. We support each other. Not about what we don't like and what we feel. About what they feel and what they like. You can't go by emotion. Not always about emotion all the time. What?
Too, like you brought up a good point. Like if we fall victim to our emotions all of the time, before I get tagged as misogynistic, like I'm not gonna put it out there. I'm not body's event. You know, when we have fun, when we can do it, we love you, we'll be there. But it's just like we got our blinders on while we're in the race. While we're not racing, we taking the blinders off. All right, what's going on today? Okay, I got time for it today. Supporting. I think that's a big thing, because some people that just aren't experienced in that space, they don't really realize that. And you know what? Actually, can you speak on that a little bit more, as far as getting to the point where you are right now, and where you were, like, let's say, let's do a 5-year thing. Everybody always asks what your 5-year plan is. So 5 years before today, 5 years ago, up to now, how was that situation for you? And also give us some positives to it too, because we also want to give people the silver lining of things. You know, we don't want to, you know, just jump off the deep end and negativity. We want to give them some positive aspects of this as well.
You know, that's actually we like you going with it, Doc. And Jasmine is, to be honest, I had to learn, and I feel like sometimes God got to put you in trial and tribulation. Sometimes your life, you got to go through trial and tribulation to learn where you're gonna go 5 years later. You can't be afraid of challenges. You won't be challenged. Challenges are all gonna come. They ain't come. They're gonna come. And I had to learn, because I was always told growing up that I could do anything. No, you can't do this because of this. Wow. No, because of this problem. No, you got this problem. No, you think different. No, the ways are different. This, that. I was always told what I could do. My mom always sheltered me about a lot of things until I had to learn on my own. And, you know, and sometimes being raised, now, don't get me wrong, that's not a lot of our young people are going through this now. I just thank God that God never gave me the mindset to go off the deep end. And I was raised around a lot of women. So, you know, my dad was in my life, but at the one time, the point where he was just at work, and, you know, he was jealous of my mom with my stepdad. So as rest in peace, he just died 2 weeks ago. Shout out to old head. God bless his dad. Yeah, so God bless him, Lee. I love you, Dad. So, you know, it got to, you know, when I had my dad was older. You see, he's 52. So I had to learn life kind of on my own. He was little. I mean, he was teaching me, but he couldn't physically show me like he could, because he's up in age now. So I had to learn mostly a lot on my own. You know, my mom tried to be mom and dad, but sometimes you can't always have that. My stepdad was just playing his role. He wasn't, he was just playing his part. He taught me a little thing here and there, but a lot of stuff I had to really learn on my own and really just learn. So I take back to my 5 years ago when I was in the music industry, me getting in my walk to make my decision. I had to realize that my mentor from Delaware told me that, listen, when you get in this industry, Rell, a lot of people going to turn your back against you. I didn't believe. Now, we all heard the stories. We all heard what Aaliyah went. We all heard what TLC went through. We all heard stories of Left Eye Lopez. Basically, we all heard stories. So, when I kind of got into starting my path, a lot of things changed. I couldn't believe it. My mom and my dad was acting funny. My girlfriend from Delaware actually was acting funny. And when I got, everybody started acting funny. And I had to learn to get to a point where I said, well, people act funny. It took me a while. But once I really told myself that, okay, this is what God wants you to do. He put you in your heart. You can't let nobody stop you. You gotta put that aside. You're gonna have haters and naysayers, but you gotta keep going. And when I put that EP out, when I put singles out, and I put my EP out, I in the 5 years I am now, I'm more mature. I don't care about what people say now. Well, my only thing I tell them, what I try to explain to people is that, you just wish people give you credit and give you your respect when respect is due because you earned it. But a lot of people are not gonna always give you respect. Right. You know they're not. You know they're not. But it's just that it's nothing wrong. I was just telling my ex this, matter of fact, a couple of days ago. She's 22, so I told her, I said it wasn't the fact that I try to explain it. She thinks I have a problem of accepting my correction. When I told her, I said, no, I don't mind getting corrected if you're coming in the right place.
Right.
You know what I mean? If your facts are right. This is what I try to explain to her. I said, if Doc told me my shirt got a stain on it, well, I can't tell him he's wrong because I only see something. So now, I'm not going to sit here and get offended because he said my stained shirt got a stain. You're going to say, young boy, listen, go in the crib, take your shirt, go change your shirt and go get it clean, get it washed, whatever. If it's there, I can't say no, it's not, because I see it myself. So I'm not going to sit here and get mad and get offended. Yeah, the same thing for you. You told me, bro, I ain't going to, listen, you got to come on. Get it right. We've been now. We come in this atmosphere looking like this. I gotta listen because that's what it is. Big bro telling young boy, when I get older, you don't want me to make that mistake. I wouldn't get offended, but I try to explain to her it's not what you do, it's how you do things. And then also admit your faults too. Don't come in my closet when you don't want to come at your closet. That's another thing. People always want to come at people's closets, but don't want to admit what you're doing. Right. That's why I try to tell her, I said, I see the same thing you do. The very thing you say I'm doing, you're doing. So how can you preach to me?
It's the motives, man.
Thank you, Jasmine. That's what I'm talking.
I mean, you got like that, taking that same analogy about the stained shirt. Like if someone comes to you and be like, hey, don't know if you know this or not, but you got a stain on your shirt. Just letting you know, just so that we can probably get you another shirt real quick and
right.
But if you're just coming, almost kind of like making fun of me, and you got to stay on your shirt. You a broke nigga, like literally. Then it's
right. There you go.
Like then at that point, it's like and I've had this conversation before with somebody. It's like I don't want, if that's what you call correction, then I don't want that. And that's not, and literally that's, some people say you chew the meat and spit out the bones. No, you're giving me rotten meat at this point. Like, either you come from the fresh point of building up someone and giving them feedback based off of that, honestly, or you just shut the freak up. I mean, like, it's just the way it works.
It's true. Thank
So
you.
am I wrong, Doc? Jab, am I wrong?
No, man, I'm wrong. 100 on my end. You got me, man.
All the time. We like to call that scoring points. When somebody's trying to score points on you, you gotta be able to determine, and you also gotta know that all help isn't good help.
Yeah.
And overall, we just use the one saying, the one cliche saying, all money is not good money. It doesn't matter the source. You know, it doesn't matter how much it is. You just got to be able to discern the differences and just basically the intentions behind it, because we perceive things differently at all times. Like,
Right.
you know, if somebody pulls you to the side immediately and is just like, yo, come here, let me talk to you real quick.
Right.
And they see something, you notice something's off, and then you
Right.
see people laughing or something like that, then you already know. So certain things lead up to it. You know, either they come right on time, or they come to the point where it's like everybody else is against you. And you know, this
Right.
like, the analogy of the situation is beautiful, because you know, as we're talking about you know, your journey and everything, this is the way how, you know, you definitely have to look at it, because we're not afforded that at any point. And when somebody gives you that, you know, you got to take it. You gotta take everything from it, because a lot of times things are gonna come at you so sideways and side strafing and everything that you know you're probably not really gonna look at it that deep until like later on, because your head's somewhere different. So you know, great analogy on that, fellas. Great analogy on that. So another thing that I wanted to bring up as well is, okay, so you did bring up your EP as well. So talk. Well, I don't know if I want to call it EP or LP, but you know, your album as well. So talk a little bit more about your album. You told us about the production, you know, the content and everything, and some of your inspirations towards that. Where is that album available right now?
Right now, where it's being held at, I mean, I go through DistroKid. If anyone that knows if anybody knows the DistroKid, it's one of the distribution sites I use, and I upload it to a lot of stores, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Deezer, Master, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Google, Amazon.
Can people buy it directly from you?
If you now buy it directly, no, I gotta make copies. I know people telling me some people may not be on the social media like that, so I definitely do that. I gotta ask my mentor if he can burn a couple of CDs and I can give it to people. I'm gonna start doing that as well for the streets too. I know people may not be on the Spotify or iTunes and stuff like that, so I do gotta get that going. So I'm gonna want to get back to doing that again. So I gotta do that. You know, but if people do get it, they want to get a single, it's $1.99 each single. Or if you want to buy the whole EP, if you want, it's $9. So you know, it's what else? I think I'm entitled. I'm entitled too. I'm entitled. Jay-Z's title. Yeah.
So
and I'm in TikTok and Triller.
Well, we got you here. I'm gonna cue you up, because you know, I would prefer everybody out there is watching, listening. If you're listening later, you know, preferably if you're gonna stream us on the title. Don't really want to get in that 100%, but definitely stream us on the title.
Whoa! Doc! Oh, Doc.
You already know.
Oh God, Jesus.
So
he hit a nerve right there. Hit a nerve right there. Oh, Jeremy, you never do.
Drop the title of that album again for one more time. You know,
the title of the EP is called The Freshman. And I called it that because I want to take people in the journey of my year. I'm taking people yearly by year where I'm going. So I'm in my freshman year right now. I'm basically showing you guys me just come my freshman year in college. I'm showing everybody and illustrating what the growth of my music and where I'm taking them to. And the little sneak peek that we on Doc's show right now, it might be a sophomore coming out. It might be out no later than October.
Okay.
You heard it first on Doc, so you heard it on Doc first.
Yeah, I like exclusives. That's what I'm talking about.
So so I had to do it for Doc. I had to do it for him. We might get the sophomore project coming out Right? We might be coming October. Yes.
Nice.
And so I'm noticing a theme here, of course. So freshman, then you're gonna go over to the sophomore. So without giving away too much and taking away from building the anticipation, why the freshman at first? What made you excited with that?
It's an interesting. I like that question. Actually, I do. I wanted to call it the freshman because I guess I wanted to let people know that I was a new kid on the block. Maybe my mentality was more like how Magic came in the NBA, or how like Larry Bird came, how like Jordan came, Isaiah Thomas, and then later, Dwayne Wade, LeBron, Carmelo. I think I kind of wanted to give that vibe of me just arriving in the door. I've been around at times, but I can never get my break until now. So, so I had to sharpen my, like I say, I use the analogy of all the time. I had to leave the game for a while. Like Jordan did, they came back and sharpened my sword. And when I sharpened my sword, I got better. So, I guess, because I knew the goal was, if you're going to be in Philly, you're doing music. You can't always just do singles. You gotta come an album or EP some way, somehow. And that's when I realized, and my mentor told me, Rell, you're gonna hit people in the mouth. You gotta have that EP or an album. I mean, singles is okay. I judge it. Nothing wrong with those singles. If you want to put a statement, and Doc, I know you're smiling, and Jasmine, I know you're smiling too, in the back of your head. If you want to set a statement or put a jab in somebody's mouth, you gotta come out with something big. You gotta think the element of surprise, and that's what I knew. I said, well, people are not gonna take me serious if I never, because my goal. It's funny because I've been supposed to put an album out years ago, and I think the Lord actually told the pastor at my girlfriend's ex-church actually, and he said, you're supposed to come out with an album, and it's a prophesied to me coming out with an album. And I said to him, I said, darn Lord, when I procrastinated that long, because I always had the goal, but I never did it. But now, years later, look where we're at now. That was about maybe 6 years ago?
Don't overpay.
Now 6 years later, here we go. EP finally out. So it was right on time.
Hey man, it's better late than never, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what? Even better than that, since we into the cliche sands, it's right on time.
Yeah, man.
It's
right on.
Because when you feel ready for it, and when you feel the energy's right, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. It's how you feel about it.
Exactly, bro. Yes. Doc Dash, a long time coming. I've been beat down and talked about and spit on and slapped on and talked about and hated on, and I try to put people on, and in the midst of me putting people on, I'm talking about. I couldn't even understand it. I said, damn, I said, Dad, Father, what's going on? Why people hating on me like this? I feel like Biggie. I feel like Tupac on Eyes on Me, and I feel like Biggie born again. Or no, ready to die. Ready to die. And I felt like at that time, like, well, damn. I said, I wasn't trying to put people on and give people the blueprint, but they don't want to work with me. But now, the talks now are different now. Yo, Rell, how'd you get this podcast? How'd you get this interview? How'd you get this? How'd you get that? Talk's different now, Doc. Talk's different now.
You bad, bro.
Jam, don't talk different now when they be on your top, don't they, huh? They talk different. Trying to get on your top.
At the end of the day, everybody's just, everybody won't see the vision, right? So sometimes you just gotta go ahead and just manifest the vision, and come back and wish they saw it when you was talking about it way back when. It's not it's not all. Sometimes the creative life and the creative journey is a lonely one. That's kind of the caveat. When you really talk to some of the most greatest minds out there, that get caught up in entanglements.
Entanglements.
Yeah, I know, right? But but yeah, I just thought I'd throw one out there since it's been WAP has been trending now, but I mean, like when you but seriously, like when you really listen to a lot of the real creative minds out there, man, there's you hear the same thing. You hear about the people that are kicking them down. You hear about the people that stereotype them, not understanding them and stuff. You know, I mean, I you know, there was somebody one time that told their friend that I had a limited mind.
Wow.
And it kind of made me chuckle because I've never been accused of being a limited minded person. So it kind of that was the first for me. So it was like, oh wow, okay. Well, I'm gonna take my limited mind this way, and we'll see where life takes us. And hey, that's the best answer that I can give, because I mean, people. If you sit down and you write down what you would like to do and how you're going to do it and what it will take for you to get there, that's proof right there that you already have an understanding of where you would like to go, understand what it will, the processes that's needed for it. And if somebody just doesn't understand that, then I mean, I don't know what to tell them, but I just really would like to say people that, like we mentioned Philly earlier, that just want to pull people back and other stuff like that, just be careful what you say, because that same person could be the person you see, on TV the next week getting an Academy, Pulitzer, or getting a Nobel. And even if they're not even getting a recognized global stage prize, you could be that next person that could be helping somebody's life in a very powerful way. Then at that point, what do you have to say? Help more people down the road, and you've helped more people. I mean, who's the real person that won in the end? You just copping out and talking about somebody else because they was trying to pursue their dream, and you looking at the sideline saying, "Oh, look at this person struggle doing what he's doing," or this person that ended up not only achieving his dream but helping other people in the process.
Wow, that's deep.
Oh yeah, either that or I'm pretty crazy.
That energy was well received, brother.
Yeah.
And I know that there's definitely a lot of situations that can be aligned directly with. And you already know I appreciate you.
Oh man. Yeah.
You well appreciated too, bro.
Hey, likewise, man.
Come on.
Plug session.
There you go.
I definitely gotta come back on and do some more of these segments, though. I like this. I really definitely do like this, bro. I definitely do. It's good.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm saying I do like how us men can come. Cause a lot of women don't think we're strong anymore. So it's good to have strong men to come and really, bond and talk. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we didn't have it growing up, and we lost that censorship of, being strong in the men community. And it's always, I ain't trying to get on people. And listen, I love women. I ain't saying that they can't do anything. I ain't saying that they're not good at it. I'm not being sexist or anything. But it's nothing like having that. I always tell people all the time, we always represent Mother's Day, but we forget Father's Day a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the father was always the point guard. When you go back in time, we start from generation. I mean, of course, like James Brown says, it's a man's world, but without a woman, it would be nothing. We know that. But you can't take that man out either. Don't forget. Don't never think that you're always powerful without it. Like when people were accustomed, we got accustomed to that. So it's just a blessing for us, brother, to actually talk and just and be on one accord. It's a good thing. We don't have that no more, so it's just good. You know what I mean? It really is really good. Definitely.
Hey man, you definitely welcome on the platform, man, anytime. let's keep the conversation going. I definitely followed you for our viewers so that they can actually see. I'm gonna go ahead and share that one more time for them. Let me get back to that. So if you guys look at the screen right here, this is Rell Geez 21 on Instagram. As you can see it, it's lit. Dope in the visual. Excellent music. Feel good. That's what we really need to keep it at.
Wow.
If it makes you feel good and you vibe to it, there's no reason to question it, right?
Hey. Hey.
And also, Jasper, you got anything else, brother?
Nothing on my end, man. Just keep on doing your thing, keep on pushing, man. And I always tell, my brothers out here, when you're coming up, man, put your arm right behind you to see if you can pull somebody up along with you, man. Especially some of those younger generations, man. One thing that I just think a lot of us, and I'm talking about Black people specifically.
Come on, talk it, Jack. Go ahead, talk.
Really, at this point, and it's probably not any more time than now. At this point, we really need to start pulling up some of the younger ones and giving them, hope, giving them dreams, man, to just do whatever it is that they want to do, because you said it earlier. You were saying it earlier, how you was being told what you couldn't be, what you couldn't do, you can't
right.
And blasey, and that's just it's just a society condition that for years we've just have said we're just going to accept this. And I think
wow,
the way at this point now for us to fix that is just to start really stepping back, talking to our young brothers and sisters, and be like, you know what, if you want to do that, this is what it's going to take for you to do that, but we're gonna help you get there so that you can do that. That's the message that needs to be heard, and then let the kid or the young man and young woman decide where they want to go. But you gotta be able to train up and mentor some young ones. So that's the big thing I always am focused on, man.
I like that.
Definitely.
Jasper dropping jewels as usual.
Yeah, man. It's
the Yoda.
His sermon every Sunday. No, I'm just playing.
I know, right? Pass the plate over here.
Yo, Jasper got that. Yo, he do got that soul. Don't he got that? Yo, he definitely got that soul though. He draws you in, and you listen to it. His knowledge is just so like pure, so it just draws you in, and you like. It really doesn't like. Oh man, it's the man of God talking. You can see it. You can sense his wisdom. You can sense it right there.
My man is straight gunpowder. People don't realize it.
Straight gunpowder.
It's like what Lil Wayne said back in 2005. The game sleeping on him, but he about to wake him. Yeah, it's
right.
Wow. Oh my God.
If you really think about that, literally, I think about that album. Wasn't that the Carter doc?
Yes.
Yeah, like
I think that was the Carter too.
The Carter, like literally, when he said that, Lil Wayne was starting to get it all into these random remixes and other tracks and other albums.
Oh my God.
And at that point, it was almost kind of like a thing where the man told everybody what his plan was, and he was tired of y'all thinking that he wasn't what he really was, man. And I just think we need to put people on notice. Look, you sleeping on me, bro. I'm about to throw some water in you.
Bro.
Yeah.
He was dangerous. That 2005 and up. Oh my God. Lil Wayne he was a demon possessed.
Yes, sir.
He didn't want no parts of.
A lot of people didn't buy those albums outright, though. Sad to say,
Bootleggers are still getting it. Yeah, bootleggers are still getting it. I'm not going to put anybody hip to the game, but they were still getting it.
Oh man,
they got away with it.
They definitely did. Well, they definitely did. Definitely got away with it. Definitely did. Now they trying to make it away. People ain't gonna get away with it now.
But it's Rell, it's been a pleasure, bro. It's been a pleasure. Way out too. do is, with your permission, of course, hopefully, YouTube doesn't flag me for this. Because I got you on here with me right now, but I would love to play Get High by Rell Geez.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's see how this works, man. Yeah.
Get into that.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Let's do it.
Rell Geez, get high, get it, let's get it,
So probably you can't hear the music.
I know, right?
I'm trying to
get high.
Get high. I'm trying to get high. Get high. And I don't know what else to do. All I'm trying to do is go to the moon. I'm trying to get high. Going down Pittsburgh, smoking with whips. On my way to LA, to smoke with Snoop. Drinking hypnotics while I'm puffing on chronic. This shit is amazing. Got me hooked on phonics. So high right now, can't come right now. Never felt this way. Feeling kinda great, feeling real groovy. Jumping out the place, thinking wild thoughts. Can't think straight. This weed I got is so damn good. Tell Craig and DJ to spark me up. I'm trying to get high. Get high. Get high. I'm trying to get high. Get high. Get high. And I don't know what else to do. All I'm trying to do is go to the moon. I'm trying to get high. Get high. Get high. The gang's all here. Keeping it real. About to roll a fat one. Just for the thrill. Backwoods on deck. Whole lot of flavors. Pick anyone to choose from. Now let's get started. Now puff, just pass. Smoking that gas, now I need a mask. 5 yards up, man, that's a face mask. No yellow flags, don't need that. This gas I smoke just got my mind blowed up. Don't wanna come down, cause I'm trying to get high. Get high. Get high. I'm trying to get high. Get high. Get high. And I don't try to get high. Get high. Get high. Damn. Yo, man. This shit feel groovy like. Have you ever felt like you was out of space just traveling? When you like smoking gas and like when you drinking liquor, you just take you in another place, like to a whole nother element. Like I don't know, it just take me somewhere like.
That's it right there. Let's get high by Rell Geez.
I now heard it now. I when I found out you were playing on the joint, I didn't know you was playing it.
Yes, sir. Good
That's
work.
the whole vibe, man. I appreciated this whole thing, man. Straight up.
What you guys think, my brothers?
Definitely loving it, man. Definitely loving it. Definitely loving
My
it.
boy, my boy's loving it. Good.
100% appreciate it. You know, not it's nothing better than something that just invokes a good time for me and just like the chill value. I'm with it. I'm with it. Nobody should be mad at that. You should all be happy with it. Be merry.
To be married.
No doubt, man. No, out of all serious, man, we definitely appreciate having you here. And, I've definitely subscribed to you already or followed you. Everybody listening and watching right now in the future, do the same just as well. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This was definitely a positive build session, and hopefully we'll have more.
Oh man, thanks, Doc. I appreciate you, Jasper. I appreciate you, man. The love and support, brothers. I really appreciate the time and you guys getting me on the show. I just thank y'all so much, man. I'm humbled and just giving a Philly boy like me a chance. We don't get too many chances like this, so I'm very humble, man. Especially Doc, you being from Philly and Jasper, you raised in D.C., but got family in Philly, so y'all kind of know the vibe. So I just appreciate y'all for giving a young man like me a chance, and And like you said, the one thing I took out of this, and Jasper, I heard you, and Doc, I heard you. I'm definitely gonna bring some young bucks with me. I will never forget. I'll never forget where I come from, and I won't never get to the point where I've lost. Get like that. If I ever got like that, I'd give it all away and let somebody else have it. We'll get to that. But I'm definitely gonna bring some young bucks with me if they're willing to go. So I will do that. Definitely will.
That's right. And if they don't know, correct me. Even if they don't want to hear it, but do it directly.
Directly.
Because we all grow at different rates.
Oh man.
He said, "Yep, we all grow different rates."
Yeah, man. But at this time, man, we about to sign out. Definitely appreciate having you, Jasper. I see you falling asleep on me.
I was on my phone.
I was just messing with you, bro.
Like, Doc trying to do a little sneak one out. Sneak
That's pretty rough. I fall asleep on the show, man.
We gotta get out of here before Jasper start logging in the browsers or something.
Yo, Scott gonna hit him up soon.
Man, I wish she would. That would be actually, I would leave y'all then if she did.
Oh shit! It's I will leave y'all then. He's stupid.
Nah, we all have our things we gotta get to. I get my family, and Jasper does the his, and I'm pretty sure you do too. But in the interim, hit us up anytime, man. I connected you with Jasper's information just as well as mine too, and we'll get back to it, man. Thank y'all for staying in tune to the Doc Freeman Show with Jasper Films.